We're here with the U.S. referees working the Olympic Games. Stacey Davis, Tucci and Zach Errett. Halfway through the tournament, I just wanted to touch base with you guys about your experiences over here. I'll start with Rick. How've the games gone in your mind? You've been to many of these games. Has the London Games been a good one, and have your experiences been well?
The overall experience has been wonderful. We've been treated very well. The officiating really has not been bad. The disappointment obviously is in the results up to this point, but I'm sure the next few days things will change and we'll see a whole basket full of medals. I got my fingers crossed and I hope to see it coming.
Stacey, your thoughts about getting out there on the mat and working the Olympics? I mean, you guys have seen some finals, right? I mean, what kind of experience is that?
It was one of those things you don't expect, but it's kind of like the carrot on top of the cake. It's just been a phenomenal experience. Been blessed just to be here, and as I tell everybody, it's one of those things you just can't put into words. And one day it'll hit me just how big this experience really was, but I'm having the time of my life.
Zach, talk a little bit about being out there. Do you sense a difference in the intensity, you know, the emotion going on because it's an Olympic Games? You've worked so many big events.
Well, I think the one thing there's less wrestlers here than at the World Championships, but they're competing for Olympic medals, which for the athletes that's the ultimate goal. That's what they train 4 years for. So the intensity level is always up when it comes to an event like this, because so much rests on this and so much rest for their country. You know, they're looking for Olympic medals in some of these countries. You know, this is their #1 sport. So the intensity is definitely up. It's very exciting, and blessed to be a part of it.
Rick, have you an opportunity to spend any time outside of the venue? Obviously we know the language here, so it makes it a little bit easier for us.
Yes, my family came in earlier, and we did go see table tennis, which was amazing, weightlifting, which was very exciting, and judo, which I really didn't understand the scoring, but we really had a good time, and we did take a 3-day excursion to Scotland, so we saw as much as we could in the amount of time we had.
Stacey, anything outside of the venue that's been memorable for you?
Well, we took a day and a half. Zach and I went down to Paris for a day.
Oh.
So that was an experience going down there. I've always heard about going under the channel through the tube, and the Eurostar was a phenomenal ride over, and got to see one of my bucket list items, the Mona Lisa, in person. So,
oh gosh, that's great.
It just continues to build this experience how great it's been.
So Zach, have you run into many Americans? It seems like I'm running into a bunch of people that I knew that I had no idea were going to be here.
It's every time you turn around, you look in the stands, you see somebody from the United States, like, I didn't know they were coming. So yeah, I mean, this is such a big event, and there's so many people come from, out from the United States, come over here just to maybe just watch one day of wrestling, and maybe they just got tickets to one day, but you see, everywhere you look, you always see somebody you know, so it's been great.
Well, guys, we're going to keep watching you out there, and maybe at the end we can revisit and just see how the wrestling part goes halfway through, and we still have 4 more great days of wrestling.
Yeah.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. Let me get the wide view here again so we got them all. These are American officials.
Thank you for what you do, Gary.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you can let some people know.
Unbelievable.
We hope to be able to bring a piece of this home to everyone. So,
You got it.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.